kiddos, how are you today? Welcome to Wednesday Math. All right, the first thing I need you to do is get out your math folder and grab your hundreds chart. Do that now, please. All right, you got that hundreds chart out? Here we go. As you know, on our hundreds chart, each row is a row of 10. The number at the end shows us how many tens we have. For instance, 50 means that we have 5 tens. As it goes down, it always moves down the amount of 1 10. So we know by counting by tens that in our number chart, it goes down by 10 because if we count, we can go 10, 20, 30, 40. We don't go 10, 40, 30, 70, 80, 20. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense, right? Because that's just not how the numbers go. We start with our 10 and it always goes up by 10 more. So if you want to know what 50 plus 10 is, you would just think, 50, 60, 50 to 60 is one more 10. So that's like a nifty thing about the hundreds chart. Now our hundreds chart comes in really nifty when we want to add or subtract tens. But for today, we are just going to practice the order of numbers. So we know that our order of numbers starts on our left and goes all the way over, and when we get to 10, we go back to the beginning to the next line, kind of like we're reading, right? We read from left to right. When we're at the end, we come back down. So that's the same as our hundreds chart. We just want to concentrate on our bigger numbers today and making sure that we know how to write and how to count those higher numbers. So let's get out our math workbook and take a look. All right, if we look at our weekly schedule, we see that it's Wednesday and that we would be on page 117. Just a quick note, don't forget that other side to be doing iReady as well. All right, so 117 would be right here, bada bing, bada boom. You already did this yesterday. You guys did awesome on it. So on page 117, you are just putting numbers, continuing numbers, going forward or going backwards. So whenever you see numbers and you're like, oh, I get to fill these in, you need to pay attention to whether or not they're moving forward or moving backwards. Because unlike reading, we never read backwards, right? But on our hundreds chart, we can count backwards. And that is really good when we are trying to subtract. We can count backwards. All right, so the first one, A, says, write the missing numbers. So 64, 65, 66. What comes after 66? We know that it would be 67, and that's how we write it. Then we'd have 68, 69. It gives us that one. Follow the arrows and keep going. You're going to follow it all the way around till you come to your last number. I want you to concentrate really hard on making sure your numbers are all facing the correct direction, okay? So this isn't just practice in writing them out in order. It's also a practice in writing them correctly. Make sure that you're getting your sevens in that right direction. Our 7 looks like this. Let me scoot that over. Not like this. This is not a 7. 6s, we like to do our 6s a little backwards like that. That looks like an adult too, right? So make sure that your 6 is pointed the right way. We also, let's see, 9s. Sometimes you guys do your 9s like P's. Nope. Make sure your 9s are facing the right direction. And of course, those tricky 5s. Those 5s will get us every time. Let's see. Here's a backwards 5. We want it to be forward. Okay, so just concentrate on those. I've noticed you guys have been doing an excellent job. I can see your erase marks and you fixing your numbers when you reverse them. That's awesome. So practice those numbers today, and tomorrow we'll be using our 100 chart to add, and I'll show you a neat way that we can use our hundreds chart to do that. Okay? That's pretty simple for math today, right? I'll see you in reading. Goodbye.